Hey y'all, happy Monday. So, it's Women's History Month, and yes, women have contributed to so much in this country, in the world. This world is nothing without a woman, okay? Nothing without a woman. And so, as we learn things about the women that have paved the way for us this month, I actually want to drop some tips here and there about how you can become the main character of your own life starting in Women's Month. Now, why is this important? It's so important because I think right now we're losing the blueprint of what we need to be teaching our young girls. And I feel like if you can pass on some wisdom, you should. So, first things first, one of the reasons why you may not be the main character in your own life is because you have an issue with saying the word no. I mean, in any capacity, family, friends, romantic. You just have a problem saying no. Now, let me tell you something. When I was growing up, I would watch both of my parents maneuver things. My mom would tell people outside of our immediate family because she didn't care nothing about telling us kids or my father no. But outside of our immediate family, she hated telling people no. So she's this big people pleaser. Then I would see my father tell people no all the time, and not just no, but fuck no, don't ever ask me that again. And it's a wrap. And he would give no explanation for his no's. My mom would go to bed stressed at night about the no, that she can't tell somebody or that she's being forced into something she really doesn't want to be doing. My dad would issue that fuck no, and he just goes to bed and sleeps in peace. So growing up, being the oldest of quite a lot of children, bio and adopted, I literally said, I want to be like my dad. And I am a daddy's girl, but I want to be like my dad when it comes to these things. So no became my favorite word. I love to say no. I'll say no just because it's an inconvenience to me, because it's disrespectful to me. Now, this doesn't mean that in every area of my life I always nail that no. There are some times I feel like I could have advocated for myself better, but I would say in about 95% of the areas in my life that no has kept me going. And I think it's attracted me to male dominated fields. In most of my adult life, I have worked in only male dominated fields. I think this is an area that particularly Black women excel in because we don't care nothing about the old boys club. We ain't trying to fit in. We're just there to do our job. We're not trying to tap dance to look for a husband at the boys club. We're not doing none of that. And if we did leave the job with a husband from the boys club, he is an exceptional one and he was the exception to the rule, but we were not out there looking for a husband every single where we went. Okay? So how can you start to practice no even though it's uncomfortable? First things first, why don't you start off by just saying no to something you don't really care about? You could have said yes and say, yeah, I'll take the dog. Tell your neighbor, yeah, I'll take the dog to the groomers for you. Because you can do that on your lunch break. But just, for now, just say no. Even though it's something you're very capable of. I would say start practicing with things that don't make you feel uncomfortable saying no about, right? And then work your way up into those no's that they're in your gut and they make you feel uncomfortable. Now, first things first, when you're a woman and you're learning how to say no about things, do not apologize for the no. It's no, full stop. Don't give any other explanation and walk away from the conversation. No, that's it. Not able to? No. Whatever your no is, however you like to say your no, but do not add an apology to your no, because you are going to notice that most women, even when they do apologize, even when they do say no, they always have to add some sort of apology. Like, I'm sorry I'm standing up for myself. I'm sorry I'm trying to be a better person. I'm sorry I'm not going to let you use me. No, this Women's Month, we're not going to be sorry about none of it. We are just going to practice that no, and we're going to go from the no's that we don't really care about to the no's that end up being like Papa M's no's to the fuck no's, okay? Which lets you know you done got us twisted and messed up about it. We're going to practice those no's. And I'm telling you, this month of no is actually going to lead you into being the main character in your own life. How? Okay, let me tell you how. One of the ways the no is going to lead you into a main character into your own life is you're going to explore your own feelings and thoughts about saying this word no. What are the preconceived notions about no that you have? And I'm talking from the little nose to the big nose. Now, I'm gonna tell you this, and some of you guys know this, but I have been raising children since I was 12 years old that are not mine. Okay, my siblings, bio and adopted. And one of the greatest lessons I learned, even with our children, is I remember telling the baby at 19, I asked her to do something when she was 19 years old, and she told me no. And I said to her, I never tell you no. And baby, she taught me the greatest motherfucking lesson. She said it was always your choice to say no to me. And ever since, I've been instilling that no. Whenever there's a time, there's a moment that there's something I don't want to do or I don't have time to do, and they just feel like they need my attention right away. Sometimes it's just not going to be possible, okay? And I learned that lesson, and that thing gut punched me, okay? Gut punch me when a child that you raise, that you love, that you see your own face in, turns back around and says to you that you need to get your shit together because the reason why you always said yes was your problem. Woo! That was a word. So this month we are going to practice the word no. And if you want more tips this month about how you can become more of the main character in your own life during Women's Month and on, please click follow wherever you're watching this, okay? Because this is the month of no. And we're going to practice it. Family, friends, lovers, beware. We are stepping out of the month of March as the main characters in our lives. And honestly, what's made me comfortable with saying the word no is because I watched it. I could go to bed at night and have all this anxiety and knots in my stomach like my mother does when she doesn't want to instill her boundaries. Or I could go to bed and sleep peacefully like my daddy does. He issued that no and he rolled the fuck over and life continues. And he's not about to have that conversation a second time. And honestly, I think it's one of the things my father has respected about me as I have gotten older is that if I can stand my ground with him, I'm not about to let nobody out in these streets talk to me crazy, do anything to me crazy, not on my own watch. All right, let me know how you feel about the word no. And let's start off with something easy, things you don't really care about, but it's just a little bit of an inconvenience. And then we're going to work our way up to the stuff that makes us so uncomfortable. We don't want to tell our mothers no. We don't want to tell our fathers no. We don't want to tell our children no. We don't want to tell our friends no. We don't want to tell our bosses no. Okay, but we are going to maneuver this word this month and start to be the main character in our own lives again. All right, it's KJM. It's Monday. Have a good one. And let me know how you feel about the word no. Also follow me for more tips and tricks because it's Women's Month and it's time where you can also create your own women's history in your own life. Okay, in your own life. Because for all the sisters that paved the way, it was never easy. Okay? And it came with stepping outside the box and outside of our comfort zone. You can do it. I believe in you. Have a good one.